The man in the dark blue coat stood frozen in the middle of the bright airport terminal, daylight pouring through glass walls and skylights, travelers rushing past him as if he were invisible, his tired eyes searching for help that never came. He carried himself with quiet dignity, yet confusion weighed heavily on his face, and with every passing minute, his isolation grew sharper, more painful and more human. If you believe kindness can change destinies and that second chances come in the most unexpected moments, take a second right now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Life Spark Stories, because stories like this remind us that humanity still speaks louder than power. Admiral Hiroshi Takeda had once commanded fleets and stood before thousands with confidence, but on this ordinary daytime arrival in a foreign country, none of that mattered. His uniform was replaced by a simple formal coat, his medals tucked away, his authority stripped down to a passport he could not properly explain. Language barriers turned every sign into a wall and every official desk into a closed door. People glanced at him, some impatient, some suspicious, others simply uninterested. The daylight was bright and clear, yet his world felt dim, and each unanswered attempt for help pressed deeper into his chest. Pride kept him upright, but exhaustion bent his shoulders just enough to show he was lost. Across the terminal, quietly mopping a spotless floor already cleaned twice that morning, was Ion Raman, a single father whose life had narrowed into routines and survival. His uniform was faded, his hands rough, and his eyes constantly aware of the clock because daycare fees did not wait for anyone. Every day he worked while the sun was up, cleaning spaces people barely noticed, carrying the weight of raising his young daughter alone after life had taken a cruel turn. He had once dreamed of more, but dreams felt like luxuries now, replaced by responsibility, patience, and silent endurance. As Ion pushed his cart through the sunlit hall, he noticed the older man standing still for far too long, clutching documents with care that suggested they meant everything. Something about the way the man bowed his head slightly to those who ignored him stirred a memory in Ion, a memory of his late wife who had studied languages and taught him Japanese phrases late at night when hope still felt alive. That knowledge had never earned him money or recognition, but it lived quietly inside him, waiting. Ion hesitated, knowing that stopping meant risking a supervisor's glare or falling behind schedule, but something stronger than fear guided his steps. When he finally spoke, softly and respectfully, the words came in Japanese, careful and sincere. In that moment the air between them changed. Admiral Takeda's eyes widened, not with authority, but with relief so deep it nearly broke him. For the first time since landing, someone understood him without judgment or impatience. What followed was not a dramatic rescue, but a human connection unfolding under the honest light of day. Ion helped explain directions, clarify documents, and guide the Admiral through the confusing process that had left him stranded. Passers-by slowed, officials listened more carefully, and the tension that had wrapped itself around Takeda slowly loosened. The Admiral learned that the man helping him scrubbed floors to feed a child, and Ion learned that the man he helped had once carried responsibility for countless lives. Titles dissolved, replaced by mutual respect. As the situation resolved, sunlight reflected off the terminal windows, and Takeda stood taller not because of rank, but because someone had treated him as a person. Before leaving, he made quiet notes, not of orders or commands, but of gratitude and names he would not forget. Ion returned to his cart, heart pounding, unsure why such a small act felt so heavy, yet so right. Days later, still during the bright rhythm of daytime work, Ion was called unexpectedly to an office he had never entered before. What awaited him was not punishment but opportunity, recognition born from a moment of kindness witnessed and remembered. His life did not magically become perfect, but doors opened, burdens eased, and hope returned in a form he could finally touch. That night, when he picked up his daughter under the same sun that had watched everything begin, he smiled in a way he had almost forgotten how to. If this story reached something deep inside you, if it reminded you that kindness spoken in the right moment can echo forever, Please take a moment to like, comment, and share this video so more hearts can feel it too. Special request: comment below what this story made you feel and whether you believe one small act can truly change a life.